Yo, what's up guys, welcome back. Challenger appears, episode 2. Previously we saw that Tenpai Dragon, what was it, got 7 wins out of the 10 matches. So the next one we have more of an older deck, being Zoodiac Beasts, but the fusion substitute version of the deck, which has already been a contender in the Cross-Banlist Cup series, but you know, last year I think. And was it the year before that? I think so. The deck is a strong deck, but the feeling I had with Fusion Substitute Zoo is that I think it's one of the most powerful, if not the most powerful deck, or at least the most powerful Zoodiac variant, especially in the old school days, because it racked up the pluses like, because of, you know, instant fusion, because of Northern, Dagosta Emerald a couple of times during your opening turn, fusion substitute twice, you were able to search it out twice, etc. So it's kind of like a disgusting deck, but that's where I think the disadvantage of this particular deck lies. It's main decking some teched out cards, I guess, for the tier 0 format from back in the day. You know, the other Zoodiac decks. So I'm looking at My Body as a Shield, the main deck Cyclones, for example, and you know, board wipes, Ghost Ogre, less Ash, for example. You get the point, right? And that might hurt a little bit here in you know, this kind of environment, matches, duels. So okay, going first, and as kind of expected, I get Lava Golemed. I think the Trident was protected, right? Or at least due to Hammer Kong, and the fact that now Dagosta Emerald kind of survives, I still have somewhat of a chance. Because you will see that one of the biggest weaknesses of this Zoodiac deck is running out of resources rather quickly. Get Callby, and I used Callby on Elf. I think that was okay. I don't think there was any way or any better play before. Maybe, you know, on Gigantus, a Gigantic Sprite, but you know, there were ways to at least, you know, the fusion was there, the runic fusion, so it didn't really matter, right? And the problem is that my sets, I think they are double Cyclone. Cyclone is fine against the field spell, right? The runic field spell. But My Body as a Shield is kind of useless. And even though I can have somewhat of a comeback, the problem here is that I think most of my engine is already gone. And I think the only way to get me back in a duel is maybe with an instant fusion for Northern, for another Emerald, to reset up everything from my graveyard, or the most important key cards, and then go from there. But I still need more answers, right, to get out a, you know, Zoodiac monster and go from there. So this is game. You know, as you saw, there were also the runic spells to get on field, even though I had ways to prevent the runic field spell from triggering, like what is it, Carrot and Red will just be reborn off of Elf, so the Dark Hole would have been useless. Okay, so game number 2, Tribrigade Zoodiac, so another Zoodiac variant, a more recent Zoodiac variant from 2021, I think, yeah, should be, but this is my favorite end board, featuring the Nip token, yes, very similar to Salamangreat, right? So yeah, this definitely hurts, even though I do have the draw, it's not going to help out a little bit, it's not going to help out against this particular board. The board wipe does help though, getting rid of the Zeus and, well, the stronger Nip token. Ash on Broad Bull, that's okay, I can just probably end on Shakamin Pass. Okay, Tiger Mortar to equip something to... Now that I think, maybe I should have added the Ram to Dryden's, because now we know that there's multiple imperms, right, or anything that targets, or what is it, Ram? When a Zoodiac monster is targeted by a trap, you can detach a material from the monster that's being targeted, and you know, Ram needs to be one of those exceed materials, you know what I mean. I think that was better, even though Hammer Kong kind of does the same. It protects your Zoodiacs from what is it being targeted. But I don't think it matters in the long run, so I get rid of Omen. Omen won't trigger because, again, there are no, what is it, beasts banished. And here again, the game state, the game situation where I'm basically out of resources. Most of my extra deck monsters are rank 4, so I think the only way out of this is, again, drawing instant fusion for Northern to go for Emerald and reset up some of the Zoodiac engine. But that's it, basically. So what is it? The Link 2 that gives you the special summon from hands, I guess. Draw Ash, not the best, so I can't do anything. And there's another, what is it? The Soul Charge for what is it? Tri-Brigades. I do Ash, one of the searches, but that's such a big deal, right? The fact that, again, both decks are somewhat similar with Disruption. The fact that Tri-Brigade has a built-in engine of once per turn banishing off of Omen. They have a search with, what is it? Not Fractal, but Nerval. Nerval getting a search, and then, you know, they have their big Soul Charge, so it's very hard, you know, to come back after that. Draw on, what is it? The search? I think on the search, but they can still end on Baron. And I'm kind of forced to Ghost over this one, and Baron has not been activated, so I guess that's okay. I can have a comeback though, so let's see. Because of Chalice. Chalice can potentially shut down the Baron, right? I get Droplet. Droplet here in this case prevents, I guess, one of the Zoodiacs from coming out. So I force out Baron, I guess, or, you know, negate Baron and see what I am able to do. No red beer on field, so I search Luna, discard for fusion substitutes, overlay for equip. Well, why was that? Okay, I can special summon a red. Okay, from deck, and then go for fusion substitute for Northern. And yeah, let's see what we draw. There are a couple of answers here. I should probably just trident the Baron, right, and go from there. Draw Cyclone, not the best against Sword Soul. Draw Order, which could be okay if there's multiple spells, but it's not the case. So we trident the Baron, go for some small damage, and end on basically nothing, almost nothing. There's still the Trident Pop, and the potential Ash. But again, like, what is Sword Soul going to search, right? Okay, the circle, what is it? Circle? I think it's circle. So that was needed, but the problem here is that level 4, from all the cards, the level 4 comes to the rescue. The level 4 Tenyi. So Baksha hits the field, Ecclesia is reborn, and now this is full combo. And again, the Cyclone is not doing anything. Cyclone could have been important for, let's say, Mystic Mine or Rivalry, but, you know, getting to that particular game state, you need to be in the lead, right? So your opponent is reliant on Rivalry or Mystic Mine. And for this particular deck, where it's very easy, you know, one-offs, one-off trades with Trident Pops, it's not really that unfair compared to one card full Sword Soul combo OGK. Okay, 3-0 behind. I mean, it is what it is, right? Most of the decks here are more recent, are more powerful, so we'll see how this one plays out eventually. Again, Terror Top full combo. So basically the same, go for Broad Bull searching Sheep, try to search Sheep, and the Ash is a well-timed Ash. That's okay, because this one prevents, at least this particular Ash prevents those pluses, but we see Nip as well, so that's just tough luck. That's really tough luck. We saw, was it in game number 2, where the Nip definitely came in clutch as well, because that basically makes any Zoodiac board where this particular deck is able to end on, like, useless. And let alone being able to come back after that, right? You need a barrage and even maybe more. Again, instant fusion for Northern. So pretty much, I was about to say full combo for, whatchamacallit, Unchained. Trident was forced out, I guess, or was destroyed eventually by battle, I think, Butanibiru. And now the deck is able to go for full combo. I think I already used up my own Ash, so I'm not able to use a second one, and now, yeah, Unchained is just able to pump out the favorable board as it's able to end on basically with any 2-card combo, right? And the Link 4 as well. And this is what I was talking about before, is that against Unchained is, okay, you're running stuff like Raigeki, Dark-Hole, that's cute, but against Unchained, that doesn't really do that much. I can get rid of the rank 6, what is it, Caesar? But these board wipes, like look, the Raigeki, Dark-Hole, everything triggers, everything floats. I can Geki again, but what is it going to do? Geki again, yeah. What is it, Aruha? The red one, special summoning, what is it, something from deck? I do use Ash, but we know one of the traps is there to reborn something, so this is... it felt like a losing battle, especially after getting nipped, right? Getting nipped, losing your setup, like your fair, quote-unquote fair setup from Zoodiacs, it's very hard to come back after that. So it's frightening. It's like, man, come on, give me a break, give me a break. Okay, go first again. Prankets. Adventure Prankets, go first. Get trolled. And I was like, okay, so no full combo draw, 3, 4, 5 cards. So try then pass. Or I can go for Northern, and I should probably end on Dweller. Dweller is strong. Yeah, Dweller is nice against Prankets and the Adventure Packets as well. I do get Impermed, which I guess it's okay, because now I still have my Trident pop on their normal summon, and you know, the normal summon is super crucial for Prankets, especially if they're not able to go for the Adventure Packets first to put up an Omni Negation. So Dweller stays face up on field. This time I'm not getting hand trapped, and now I should be able to go for full combo. So Brawl Bull Search, Tiger Mortar for a red in the graveyard. Yeah, that makes sense. Reborning or special summoning a red from deck, and then Shekanin for draw. You know, reborn and then go for fusion substitute. So basically full combo. And what is it ending on? Probably 1 or 2 emeralds and a trident plus dwellers. Plus, you know, troll, multiple draws, Ash. Like this is full power Zoodiac. The OG Zoodiac deck, right? Yeah, GG. So okay, 1-4. Come on. Going first against Emancipator. Emancipator is a deck that, even though, like going first, I need to draw my Solemns. Solemn Strikes, Trident on maybe the normal summon or the Analyzer pop, and maybe some Solemns for back row or for backup destruction, but I need to draw those, so let's see. Emerald hits the field, getting another draw, leave the Northern in the graveyard for, you know, the fusion substitute draw. Yeah, Barrage connects, going for Thoroughblade, you're getting another draw, set up the red in the graveyard, again the combos we've seen before. Already have his fusion substitute in hand, so I don't think I need to surge that one out, at least I'm not able to, because I think already special summon Brawl Bull using the one of, you know, Exceed summon. Emerald again, hoping to draw Solemns. Where are the Solemns? Like 3 draw, like from all the cards, like really. And another Barrage. So this is a, even though I drew, what was it, 3 or 4 cards? Can't remember. Like there aren't really too many interruptions. And there's 3 draw, but draw doesn't really do that much against Emancipator. And the deck can basically almost go full combo. I can Trident pop something. Draw, whew, what is the deck going to search? A Block Dragon, but that's basically to, I mean, okay, if they search Block Dragon, I can drop Droll, so that's okay-ish. That prevents Block Dragon from searching during their turn at least. So I try to Ghost Ogre the Helki, but obviously the Quakimeru Guardian is going to prevent that, and they can just establish their board, go further beyond. Marcher hits for Reptide, I believe the name is, revealing 5 again. Analyzer is revealed, so that's again another huge deal, because I don't think Analyzer has already activated its effect. This is cute. Well, I think this is really the only time I use my body as a shield. It's a super specific format card, right? My body as a shield against your opponent's Trident, for example. So now I do use Droll, but it's basically a losing battle again, because the Buster Lock is ending. Or at least the Buster Lock should be activated, and yeah, with at least 1 Omni Negation, that's game. There is no way to get rid of the Buster Lock, right, with 1 Omni Negation on field. Yeah, the Cyclone is a sweet top deck, but they don't negate, but yeah, okay, you could definitely negate this one, even though your board was kind of weaker, and double draw, yup, that's not enough. So this feels super unfortunate, right? I mean, even though you had a couple of draws, imagine those draws being strikes, the Solemns, then the games could have been a bit different, but it is what it is. So reveal my last card being the Droll. And again unfortunate. Drytron going second, and like this hand, again Ghost Ogre, Solemn Strike, which could be cool against Herald, but I needed to go first. So let's see. At least I have another draw when I normal summon my Thoroughblade, so I can discard Ram and potentially go from there. But again, the problem here is that this deck, well, I mean, back in the day you had Kaiju Zoo, that was making the Kaijus going second, to potentially OTK, but giving your opponent the Kaiju. But here in this case, the deck is not making Kaiju, so, you know, getting rid of the Herald backed up by a double Eva with Beatrice, what is it, at least 4 or 5 negates? Like, no way. I can maybe set Solemn Strike and potentially use Strike on Herald, but, I mean, you know, Drytron can just go for full combo next turn and pump out big beatsticks and eventually go for game, right? So Thoroughblade, no, I lied, it's second time. But my body as a shield is not doing anything right here in this situation. So yeah, it feels so terrible, right? It doesn't really feel that well, but it is what it is. So going first again against Kashtira. So again, standard combo, I guess. Going for Northern, Reborn something, have a potential follow-up play with Barrage, potentially destroying Ram if I have a Ram. No, I don't have it. What was it? I drew red, I think, like from all the cards. You send back red and you draw red. Ah, yes, perfect. Because yeah, this prevents another rank 4, right? So that hurts the setup a little bit. So special summon red, that's okay-ish. Yeah, that's the deal, right? This is a super mediocre board because I drew the red before. 2 sets. I'm able to cyclone the spell. The question now is that am I able? Oh, okay. Imagine a Theosis. A Theosis would have an Ash Blossomed, obviously. But the question, the thing is that Kashtira is not able to break the board, even though this board wasn't that strong. You know, so Multi-Time disruptions and hand traps definitely helped out. So now I can continue, no hand traps, go for Northern, establish the graveyard, establish or re-establish my engine in deck, and you know, eventually go from there. Draw, that's perfect. Yeah, like these are the draws you want. Ash, draw, strikes, that's perfect, right? So probably drop, what is it? Okay, Whiptail, so I can maybe attack over that one, or at least give Dryad more attack. Short set, yeah, go for another Emerald, and this should be more than enough, right? Like, what is the deck going to do? Sure, you have Kashtira Birth, but again, Strike set, you can pop the Birth with Trident, and if there's a Kashtira Fenrir or something like that top deck, you can Solemn Strike that. So this should be more than enough. We Ash the field spell, yeah, something to Ash, and we are going to pop the Birth, yeah, upon activation, so it won't resolve, and we win this one against Kash. Nice. Problem now. Ishizu tier. Let's see, going first, I think I need to Ash Halfness and go from there. We do have Maxi and Sheldon, so it's not that bad. Plus draw to potentially prevent the searches, so we might have a slight chance. Potentially, you know, getting those couple of draws, but I get bounced. I can continue though. Problem is that my end board is going to be a bit weaker. And am I ending on Emerald? Okay. For a couple of draws again, potentially drawing, maybe, you know, more hand traps. Order is okay, prevents, you know, the spells. Oh, Barrage, yeah, digging for the Barrage, so that gives me a couple of extra searches, extra Exceed play, and basically a Trident play. And here is where I made a small mistake. I pass, and I just should have used Trident, right? Popping the Kelbeck and go from there, because Kelbeck doesn't trigger when sent from the field to the grave, unless I'm missing something. I don't think so. So I Ash on Resolution, and but you know, like Maxi, you know that Maxi doesn't really do that much against Tearlaments. Sure, I get a couple of draws, but like the advantage Tearlament gets off of those special summons, 2 or 3 is also so huge that sure, you can give your opponent like 2 or 3 draws. You're just pumping out a much bigger and better board compared to those maybe 2 or 3 draws. And let alone these 2 draws being, what was it, Terratop, Tekkentomborg? Not my day. And I think I played this well. You know what's the goal from Totem Bird, preventing Zoodiac, but it was Crime, and Crime is a counter trap, so I can't negate that, and now it's going downhill. Druids from a stop deck, like the Bestials aren't doing that much, I think, against Zoodiacs, right? A little bit, maybe. No, not that much. But I mean, Kit Kalos tributing itself for, what is it, Reno? And yeah, I go for Rule Carols, another Kit Kalos search. I do draw, but it doesn't matter. Druids from should be hitting the field. You can get the mills as well off of Merly, Sprite Elf, yeah, etc, etc. So again, losing this one. So 2-7. Yes. I mean, but as I mentioned before, it's more so maybe some specific format choices. Looking at Cyclone, looking at my body as a shield, those cards aren't that fantastic against some of the other decks, right? In the Cross-Banlist Cup environment. So last one, against Snake Eyes. So let's see. Going first. And I think going for Totem was the best because my hand wasn't nuts. Like, really the nuts. If there's Nip, it's fine. And it's game. It has been game this deck. At least this deck cannot play around Nip. So go for Totem for a potential, or prevent my setup from Imperm. And there is an Imperm, but for later as well. And you know, like this, I think this is really the first time I'm able to do this. Like maybe Invoker, Totem Birds, Shekanin, multiple Reborn, Fusion Substitute multiple times, Barrage, popping Ram and go from there. Like those are sick pluses. And multiple draws. Already have Chalice, which is fantastic to potentially shut down the Snake Eyes Ash. Get another Search, special summon the, what is it, Red Beer, the Detached Northern Search, you know, the standard combos, right, from back in the day. Getting another draw Solemn, like, whew, like this is just a, this is stone cold nuts. This is really nutty. Pulse Dryden and on Dweller. Dweller is again fantastic and I guess prevents some Snake Eyes cards from triggering and setting up. We don't want the Diablo Star being searched, or at least, yeah, being searched, and maybe for a potential extra plus later in the turn, because, yeah, we can indeed negate a potential Diablo Star if it was already there, and we have Chalice for a potential Snake Eyes Ash, right? Typhon hits the field, we can, you know, out-hit with Trident, and, whew, this is more than enough. I mean, it would have been, you know, strange, right? Especially after that superb opening turn, like, God Hand, finally, off of 10 games. Getting those amount of pluses and ending on double rank 4, that's like one of the best hands. One of the best end boards you could have with Emerald, Dweller, Trident and multiple back rows and hand traps backed up. It's, so yeah, 3 to 7, so 3 wins. So currently, you will see it in the next couple of moments. Fusion Substitute Zoodiac is going to take on the second place, or going to take out, you know, second place, you know, right behind 10 Pie Dragons, but many more challengers to come. Okay, which deck do you want to see as a challenger appears? Let me know. Guys, that's it. Thanks for watching. Feel free to leave a comment or like if you enjoyed the video. Become signing out. Peace.